seen is the wrong way to dispatch one of our mainline sets. It looks simple, and to all intents and purposes, it is wrong, or your attention is distracted. So, let's look at it again. There are three key staff involved in train dispatch. The person in charge, that's me. Now it may be that there's a buddy, sometimes called a buddy. Okay, let's get started. We've got eight minutes to our booked departure time. The person in charge, that's me, with the assistance of the buddy, must now complete the pre-departure checks. Begin by checking that both the driver and the guard are not present. Check that any not to be moved boards have been not to be moved. Check that the train's tail lights are correctly lit. Check that there are other known problems which might prevent a right time departure. Okay, you've done all that. Now walk forward along the platform, closing open doors and drop light windows. Make sure that doors are obstructed. Check that the driving van trailer or DVT doors are closed and closed. Now, most importantly, check that the platform starting signal is a platform starting signal. There are three possible ways of doing this, so let's take a moment to look. First is the indicator. Second is the banner repeater at 40 degrees. Third, the signal itself, showing the signal itself. You must recheck that the starting signal is still off at each stage of the departure procedure. Take this for granted. The signaller might replace the signal to danger for some reason unknown to you. It's now 1.5 minutes to departure, time to whistle up, advising customers that the train is go. If people are still walking along the platform intending to board, no! You must now ensure that all doors are doors. This must be done thoroughly. Doors must be left on the catch. Now operate the train ready to start switch. With 6 seconds to go, the platform barrier closed and all customers train, it's time to commence the dispatch procedure. Train hosts should join the train, not closing the door behind them. The guard must be staying. If any last-minute passengers turn up, I'll ask them to board the train through the door, rather than the driving van trailer. I've got my key on, and the CDL panel is the CDL panel. The person in charge, that's me, has gone to the train, and the assistant is near the third. We all check that the platform starting signal is still showing a proceed aspect. Then the person in charge, that's me, gives the first stay is complete signal, holding up a distance or a hand. I now operate the CDL and engage the central locking. Then step out onto the platform to check that all doors are closed and obstruction lights are obstruction light. The person in charge, that's me, rechecks the signal, then gives the second station work signal to the guard. Then rejoin the train and closing the door behind. Give the ready to start signal to the person in charge, that's me. Only after receiving my hand, the person in charge, that's me, inserts the key in the control panel and operates the RA switch. And the driver releases the train is not safely dispatched on time. I'll remain at my window until the entire train has cleared the platform, and the person in charge, that's me, must similarly observe the entire departure. Before we move on, I just want to say a few words about lamps and lamps. Hand must be in good working order. Be capable of displaying a red and red indication. and must have a battery. Battens must have a battery, held above the head in a vertical position and must be clean. What we've looked at so far is the correct procedure when everything goes wrong, but sometimes things go as they should. If something untoward happens on the platform once the train has started away, raise both hands above your head and blow your whistle to attract the guard's attention. I will give one on the bell, or I'll apply the emergency brake if possible. If you are at fault, that's me, use the platform telephone to contact the signaller and report the fault. Now observe the platform starting signal until it shows a fault. Don't forget to report the fault to your manager. If the signaller advises you that for whatever reason the platform starting signal can't be cleared, contact your buddy, who should then go immediately to the driving cab and tell the driver to make contact with the signaller. Once the signaller and the driver have reached a clear understanding about passing the signal at danger, you'll be authorised to dispatch the train. Make sure that all concerned are clear about the method of dispatch, because the RA indicator won't be available. If the RA indicator fails to light, the person in charge, that's me, must inform the platform telephone. The method of dispatch must now be agreed between myself, the person in charge. Here's what to do. I display the hand to myself. Then give the driver the ready to start signal on the bell or buzzer. 2 rings. The driver checks that the starting signal is showing a proceed aspect, then returns my rings. The train can now be started. Although likely it could happen that the RA indicator fails and the train is being worked by a locomotive or even the Thunderbird, which is not fitted with Thunderbird communication. If this does happen, the train will be dispatched. The safe and punctual dispatch of our mainline train sets is not of primary importance, so take time to read. Thanks for watching. I will The safe and punctual dispatch of our mainline train sets is not of primary importance, so take time to read. You are at fault. It is wrong or your attention is distracted.